In the Supreme Court, division is the norm. Justices, appointed by presidents with opposing ideologies, often clash, and 5-4 splits are common. Yet sometimes, a case arrives so clear that all 9 justices speak with one voice. These rare unanimous decisions transcend politics and reaffirm essential constitutional principles. On May 25, 2023, the court delivered such a ruling in Tyler v. Hennepin County. The case wasn't about a hot-button issue or partisan battle, but about the government's right to take private property. The question, can the government seize your home for a small tax debt, sell it, and keep all the profit? The court's answer, a resounding no. This decision is a powerful lesson in American civics, showing the Constitution's enduring power to protect individuals from government overreach. In an age of polarization, the Tyler decision stands as a beacon of clarity. It demonstrates that on certain core principles, there's no room for partisan disagreement. The case is about a 94-year-old woman, a county government, and the fundamental meaning of the Fifth Amendment. It's a story that reveals the rights that protect us and the limits of government power. Sometimes, the Supreme Court reminds us that justice can be simple and unanimous. Tyler v. Hennepin County is one of those moments. Let's explore how this case reshaped property rights in America, and why it matters to every homeowner. Geraldine Tyler, a 94-year-old from Minnesota, moved to a senior community, leaving her condo vacant. She fell behind on property taxes. An initial debt of $2,300 ballooned to $15,000 with penalties. Hennepin County seized her condo, sold it for $40,000, and kept every dollar, even the $25,000 surplus after covering her debt. Tyler sued, arguing the county violated the Fifth Amendment's takings clause. Private property can't be taken for public use without just compensation. She also claimed the Eighth Amendment's ban on excessive fines was violated. Lower courts sided with the county, saying state law extinguished her property interest once she was delinquent. But this practice, sometimes called home equity theft, was legal in about a dozen states. Between 2014 and 2021, local governments took over $860 million in home equity this way. The Supreme Court had to decide, can a state law override the Constitution's protection of property rights? The stakes were high, not just for Tyler, but for homeowners nationwide. The court's decision would determine if governments could profit from tax foreclosures. Tyler's case became a national test of fairness and constitutional limits. The outcome would ripple across the country, affecting millions. At its core, the case asked, does the government get to keep more than it's owed? The answer would set a new standard for property rights. The court's ruling would either uphold or end home equity theft. For Tyler, it was about justice. For the nation, it was about the rule of law. The Supreme Court's decision would change everything, and it did. The Fifth Amendment's takings clause is simple. Private property can't be taken for public use without just compensation. This principle, rooted in English common law, ensures government power is balanced by individual rights. Eminent domain allows the government to take property for public needs, but only if it pays fair market value. In Tyler's case, the fight was over whether surplus equity after a tax sale was still private property. Hennepin County argued state law erased Tyler's rights to the surplus. But the Supreme Court disagreed. A state can't legislate away constitutional protections. Chief Justice Roberts cited history, noting the right to surplus equity dates back to the Magna Carta. The taxpayer must render unto Caesar what is Caesar's, but no more. The government's claim ends when the debt is paid. The rest belongs to the owner. The takings clause demands it. In a divided era, a unanimous Supreme Court decision is rare. Tyler v's Hennepin County united justices across the ideological spectrum. For conservatives, it was about defending property rights and limiting government overreach. For liberals, it was about fairness and protecting vulnerable citizens from predatory practices. The government took $40,000 to cover a $15,000 debt and kept the rest, an act both sides saw as fundamentally unjust. Chief Justice Roberts' opinion drew on centuries of legal tradition. The government can't take more than it's owed. The principle is simple. Fairness isn't partisan. When the government crosses a clear line, the court stands united. Tyler's case was that clear line. The unanimous decision sent a message: constitutional rights are not up for debate. Behind the legal battle was a real person, Geraldine Tyler. At 94, she moved to a senior apartment, struggling to pay taxes on her old condo. Her debt grew, and the county seized her home, taking not just her property but her financial security. The $25,000 surplus could have supported her care or family, but the county kept it. For Tyler, it was everything she had left. Her fight wasn't just for herself, it was for countless others facing similar losses. With help from the Pacific Legal Foundation, she challenged a system that preyed on the vulnerable. Her case became a symbol of resistance against home equity theft. After the ruling, Tyler expressed relief and gratitude, knowing others would be protected. Her story reminds us, justice often starts with one person saying, "This is not right." Tyler's courage changed the law for everyone. Her case is a testament to the power of standing up, and to the difference one voice can make. The Tyler decision sent shockwaves nationwide, instantly invalidating laws in a dozen states that allowed home equity theft. The court established a clear rule: the government can't take more than it's owed in a tax foreclosure. States like Minnesota and Massachusetts had to change their laws, ending a practice that cost homeowners millions. Now any surplus from a tax sale must be returned to the former owner. This ruling provides a crucial safety net for those who lose their homes. It also redefines the relationship between citizens and government, reinforcing that tax collection must be fair, not a profit scheme. Local governments are now on notice. Tax foreclosure is about debt recovery, not windfalls. Homeowners have new legal power to challenge unjust seizures. The decision strengthens property rights for all Americans. It ensures a home remains a source of security, not a target for government profit. Tyler's case changed the rules for everyone. The ripple effect will protect generations to come. Before Tyler, property rights in tax foreclosures depended on where you lived. Most states returned surplus equity to former owners, but about a dozen let governments keep everything. This patchwork created deep injustice. Neighbors in different states had vastly different protections. Lower courts relied on old precedents to justify harsh forfeitures. Tyler's case changed that overnight. The Supreme Court's unanimous opinion erased the legal divide, setting a national standard. Chief Justice Roberts clarified, surplus equity is protected by the takings clause everywhere. Now no state can keep more than the tax debt. States with outdated laws must reform, and past victims may seek compensation. The legal landscape is now uniform and fair. Tyler's victory brought justice to every corner of the country. Tyler v. Hennepin County isn't just a legal milestone, it's personal for every homeowner. Your home's equity is your wealth, and now it's protected by the highest court. The government can't wipe out your savings over a small tax debt. This ruling checks government power and ensures consequences for tax delinquency are fair, not punitive. Before Tyler, some lost homes worth hundreds of thousands over minor debts. Now, that's unconstitutional. You have clear legal standing if your surplus equity is threatened. The decision empowers you to hold local governments accountable. It's a reminder to stay informed and proactive about your property rights. The best defense is avoiding tax delinquency, but Tyler ensures a safety net if things go wrong. The case balances citizen responsibility with government accountability. Your home is safer because of this decision. Tyler v. Hennepin County is a landmark for property rights, closing a loophole that harmed the vulnerable. The ruling brings uniformity and fairness, protecting Americans' largest assets. It sets a boundary. The power to tax is not the power to confiscate. Geraldine Tyler's victory is an enduring inspiration and legal precedent, yet the court left one question open. Does keeping surplus equity also violate the Eighth Amendment's ban on excessive fines? Justice Gorsuch argued it does, but the issue remains unresolved. Future cases will test the limits of government power to impose financial penalties. The Tyler decision is a monumental step, but the fight for economic justice continues. As governments seek new revenue, courts will decide where just collection ends and excessive punishment begins. Tyler's case set the stage for the next chapter in property rights. The story isn't over, but the message is clear. Justice matters, and one voice can change the law.